Hi, I'm Daryl from the Dirt Rider Lab, and this is a 2003 KX65. Today we're going to be putting a top end on this bike right here. So we're going to got a Vertex piston that's going to be going in, and we got a Tusk gasket kit. So you can see already what I've done is basically removed a lot of the plastic, and I gave it a really good wash. Took it outside, hit it with some purple power, and just washed it off really good to get all the grease and stuff off like that. Try to keep it as clean as possible. Next thing we're going to do is going to drain the antifreeze. Okay, so let's drain the antifreeze. This is 8mm. This is the drain. What I'm going to do is just reach up here real quick and loosen up that radiator cap. And the stuff might come shooting out here. You notice it's got a aluminum washer. You want to have some type of compression washer on there. Nice snug, not over tighten it. Alright, next thing we're going to do is take this exhaust off. I've already taken one bolt out of there. Got this one loosened up. Okay, exhaust is off. Alright, let's see if we can get her off. There we go. The exhaust is off. Alright, I'm going to pop this radiator off to give me as much room as possible. Okay, undo this hose. Now we're going to undo this hose. Set that aside. Alright, let's work on getting this carb off. Alright. Take that carb out. I hit that with a little carb cleaner anyway. Alright, let's go ahead and pull the head off. second. Gets her off. That's what the head looks like. Clean her up a little bit. Set that to the side. That's what the piston looks like. This is that handy dandy Motion Pro torque wrench adapter tool. It's just got a 12 and a 14, but it's like a box end wrench, so it fits nice right in there. Alright, let's see if we can get this off here. A little persuasion. Alright, I just battled with this cylinder head getting it off. It was on there pretty good. I had to bang it back and forth a bunch of times. It probably took me about 20 minutes to a half hour just to get it loose enough to now to the point to where I think I can take it off. I just gently hit it back and forth. I put a little bit of PB Blaster on it, and I put some heat on those on the studs. What happens is they shrink and expand. It kind of helps loosen them up a little bit. Honestly, I think what it is, the dowels in there, I think they are what really had this thing bound up. I'm going to hit it with some Scotch-Brite or a hone and see if we can clean it up a little bit. Alright, one of the most important things to do is once you get this off, I want to put a rag around it. Alright, and let's see if we can pop that circlip out. Alright. Put your thumb right over it. Try not to let that happen. But I see right where it went, so I'll be able to grab that. Alright, come on the other side and see if I can push that wrist pin through. Small. Alright, let's see if I can push that out a little bit here. There we go. So it definitely got a little bit of wear. Now this piston's been in here for a long time. You see this says in. That would be the intake side. Okay. So see something that says in, that would go towards the intake side. This goes toward the exhaust side. There's usually a little arrow up here that tells you. So, okay. Got it off. Alright, so I got the piston in and the kit. It's all ready to go. So you can see I got a Tusk gasket kit. I'm going with a Vertex piston. And there's those rubber O-rings are for the exhaust that came in the gasket kit. And what I wanted to show you was these rings. I don't know if you can see it, but the rings have letters on them, and the letters should always be facing up. Can you see? I'm trying to help with the light, but both of the rings are the same. There's no top or bottom ring, but they do have letters, and those letters on them will indicate that they letters go up. They face up on the piston. All right, let's start to get this assembled. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is put the piston rings on. Like I mentioned before, they have letters. Okay, you can see this one's got the letter. Looks like an N. That has an N as well. You'll see it's got these little pins, and that's where the gaps are going to go. So do the bottom one first. Alright. It lines up just like that. Okay. Get the next one. Okay, those are on. Okay, when it's put it in, you want to put it so the arrow is going towards the exhaust. Just wanted to show you, I was having trouble with that clip, and you can see that I deformed that circlip. So needless to say, that's garbage. I tossed that out. Fortunately, I always have a couple extras. I always keep a couple extra circlips for all the different size bikes that I have. That way, in the event of a problem, I got backup, because believe me, these things get deformed more often than I like to admit, but they do. Alright guys, so we're getting ready to torque this cylinder down, and I use a Motion Pro adapter for my torque wrench. So it comes with a chart on how to set it up. Since it's got a little bit of a extension, you have to make a math calculation to it to be able to figure out exactly what the proper setting is, since it's got some leverage. Alright, so I just went over it. I'll just quickly go over it here with you. So basically, what you do in order to get the reading, you do the tool or the regular torque. So the existing torque, what we're supposed to be doing here is 18. Okay, it's the formula, 18. The tool length, which is 14, which is basically from the head here to the middle of the handle. Okay, and then it's going to be the tool length again. So the tool length is going to be 14, and then it's plus your extension, which here is 3 inches. All right, so let's say do the math. 18 times 14 is 252. 14 plus 3 is 17. Divide it, you get 14.8. We'll just call it 15. All right, but that's the formula you need if you're using one of those extensions. Got it? The torque reading that it's supposed to be times the tool length divided by the tool length plus the extension. All right. Every new top end rebuild deserves a new spark plug.